So Behavior is sneaking in some really big changes to patch 1.0 on launch. It just came out today. Hey guys, my name is Pogesque, and let me take you through a short walk on the changes they're doing for the live patch 8.1.0. They just did today. It's July 16th. So I talked about in a previous video some of the stuff that they were doing and my thoughts on it and hopefully the future of DBD. And I'm going to leave all that out. I'm only going to talk about these changes. I'm going to make a short video for you guys. So they don't really talk about the stuff that they're going to do. They might take feedback and they don't apply that feedback directly on the PTB to test like a second week of it. The PTB is open, I think, for 2 weeks, but they only have the changes at the start. They don't actually modify them during, as far as I know. They might do some tweaks sometimes, but this one I didn't hear anything about because I felt like I would have known. So let me take you through a very short walk today. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. I appreciate all the love in the last video. It means a lot. I'm going to try to do better about doing these patches and speaking more appropriately of length on each single segment. So these are the Lara Croft perks. Hardened. I think that was the one with Screaming. Clarified the description of the perk, bullet points to help avoid confusion, and I'm pretty sure that was the one where I think now they explicitly say you permanently no longer scream for the remainder of the match. My thoughts on that, I still think it's broken. It's basically Calm Spirit, but with aura, and there's no slowdown from opening things. Of course, you know, opening things quietly. I don't know if people really wanted that, but it's a feature anyway. So the second perk for Lara Croft Specialist, they ended up doubling the maximum amount of tokens. And what does that mean? So every token takes away 3 charges from the generator, 3 seconds of repair time, because there's 90 charges. And you can stack up to 6. You can take away 18% charges at once. And, you know, having all those charges, you can have multiple people stack these up and put them on different gens on the same gen. Maybe they have a 3 gen in mind at the start and they have one generator all of a sudden only takes 40 seconds to complete. Pretty scary, and honestly something so crazy that I wouldn't have expected them just to upload it onto live and people just don't see it. So this is why I wanted to bring you guys this little update. The next one is Finesse. That's the fast vaulting one. Just a little animation fix. I'll probably skim over some of the stuff that's not as super important. Lara Croft, they fixed her prestige. Harden now triggers several abilities such as Doctor's Power, Anxious Grasp add-on, make your choice, Face of Darkness. Okay, so it wasn't working like that before, but now it is. It's proper Calm Spirit. Generator is now complete if progress is granted by the Specialist perk, brings it to a full charge. Oh, did they not complete in the PTV? Okay, that's strange. This is where I was talking about with the bots. The bots during loading, you disconnect at the loading, it would spawn a bot in place of someone. Honestly, bad design. It looks like they're going to plan to revisit it, or maybe they'll just leave it off forever. I don't know what they could do to make it work forever, but I think that's a good start for now. It's a little bit too soon for this. This is huge. I wanted to talk about this especially. This is the Knight. They just threw him a bone and said if you walk at least 26 meters creating a path, if a guard sees a survivor and they start a chase, it'll take twice as long for that flag to appear. And it's funny because you only get up to 0.5 or 50% longer hunt, but it takes twice as long for the banner to spawn. And the banner basically stops the hunt early, gives the survivor movement speed and endurance for like 4 seconds, I believe. So that's pretty crazy. They kind of just chucked that out there, and people on live just have to deal with it. Different guards can share the same cooldown. I wasn't really sure how that worked anyway, so that's fine. Some bug fixes, distraction effect, and sort of standing on banner ends the hunt. Just some stuff that gets broken sometimes. Singularity, they took a couple things away and changed some things. So they removed auto aim when taking control of a biopod. That's probably fine. There needs to be some skill expression in playing him. And reverted the time to slipstream. Used to take 0.8 on the PTB, and now it's back to 0.6. So we really didn't gain anything or lose anything. And tagging a pod or from the weapon have different sound effects. That's kind of cool. Placing biopods in trees is easier. The body and the collision of Singularity now correctly appear at the same place for survivors that are teleporting. That's a bit strange. I guess some fixing. Teleporting to survivor no longer takes longer than to complete than previously. So there's a bug where it would take longer. I'm glad they took care of that. He doesn't need to feel any worse, that's for sure. And anonymous mode. Players custom game lobby crashes. Inhibitions playing various interactions. Anti-cat system now correctly fills up when the killer is standing on top of the basement. If that was never a thing, that's kind of wild. But if it was fixed, then there you go. And there's some known issues. So I just wanted to bring you like this short little video just where I talk about some things that kind of just rolled out. As far as I know, unless they really interact with Reddit, they don't talk about these things that they plan on doing on the PTB. Usually it's just a little roll stuff back. But the fact they do like buffs and maybe even nurse without even really talking to people about it and letting them play with it, kind of crazy, especially because now that one perk, you can have double the stacks and you can take away up to 18% or 18 seconds, so that's much more than 18%. I actually don't know. It's somewhere around there. But anyway, you get my point. You can basically stack it up, kind of like how that one perk, potential energy, you can stack up to 20% of a generator, which I guess what would that be of 90 seconds? That would be, it's still a large number, and that's 20%. I wonder if that's of the total health and not like of the current gen's health that you're working on. I'm not sure. Now that I'm messing with like the maximum gen charges, they're going to start seeing stuff like this be more relevant, and like the math needs to start adding up. But it's kind of crazy to me. Percentages used to mean of 90, but now that we're modifying the max health a lot of the times, I'll call it health, but the max charges of a generator, stuff gets tricky. So like pop and stuff will be even weaker on those lower time gens too, which really sucks. So, but we'll see how it goes. It's just kind of crazy to me that some of these changes are just like, oh, here you go. Here's it is on live, but maybe it's something new. I just want to make you guys aware of it. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.